Carrie Bradshaw reigned as the sexual anthropologist of the 90s.
In a relationship, is honesty really the best policy? Do we need drama to make a relationship work? Is it smarter to follow your heart or your head?
In HBO's Sex and the City.
I slept with Big last week.
Was it good?
It was great.
Frothy,
Hello, lover.
fanciful,
How big was it?
Fresh pepper.
naughty, and addictive.
Ladies, can we cut the cake and get out of here? I have a three-way to go to.
Yeah. I have to tell you. So I had, my daughter was then, I don't know, somewhere in her 20s, I suppose, and we're watching Sex and the City together once. And when it was over, she looked at me and said, "Let's not do this again, Mom." It's not a show you watch with your mom. No.
Well, my mom came to the premiere. I don't think I ever invited her back to any other premieres. And she knows I'm really fond of her and everything, but, you know.
Right now, I'm taking my ladies to dinner.
For 6 seasons, Carrie and her posse prowled New York City looking for love and other urban adventures.
We have it all. Great apartments, great jobs, great friends, great sex. We could...
That's your legacy.
It's a privilege. I feel that we are a fairly intimate group, this gang of 10 million that watch the show. Do you know what I mean? So I feel it behooves me to be responsible to and for every single thing I do.
Sarah!
Actress, producer, and fashion icon, Sarah Jessica Parker looks back fondly, but from a distance, at her alter ego.
She was so romantic, you know, it had to be love, 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 love all
Yeah.
the time. It's a sparkle.
Childish in a way.
A little bit?
Yeah.
But there's nothing childish about Sarah Jessica Parker. She's been working since she was 8. Raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, in a family she describes as aspiring to be middle class.
When you're one of 8 kids, there's a lot that you get that's been pre-owned, now they say, gently used. Something new was just like so monumental an occasion.
Like what was that new thing you remember?
Well, when I was 8 and I got toe shoes when I was a dancer, and it was such a big deal.
Ballet was her first love, until she tried out for and landed a part in a local television production of The Little Match Girl.
Like, I loved being somebody else. I loved it. I loved the money. I couldn't believe they were paying me. I mean, it changed my life.
Actually, the whole family's. The Parkers made a big bet on Sarah Jessica's possibilities and moved to New York. She nailed her first audition.
That was a big deal. I got that job right away. First day in town. And
First day in town. Oh
first
my
day in town, yeah.
God, dreams come true, only you're too young to have dreamt any
No,
of
I
this.
was dreaming all of it. I was literally like, I was not casual about this.
She made her Broadway debut at 11 with director Harold Pinter and actress Claire Bloom.
The sun will come out
And at 13, she landed a starring role, Broadway's third Annie.
Would you sing it?
Oh, the song?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
The
know.
song.
I don't sing it well anymore. All right, it's gonna be very, very bad. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Tomorrow.
Parker
tomorrow,
estimates she
I
sang
love
Tomorrow
ya,
more than 400
tomorrow.
times.
You're always a day away.
How long does it take that song to get out from heavy rotation?
You know what? I listen to the Annie soundtrack a lot. My daughters in particular love it. I don't want it gone.
Parker's teen years were spent in front of cameras.
Come here, Arthur.
TV's Square Pegs in 1982.
I think maybe I fainted.
Maybe I should get the school nurse.
Oh, no. Really, I'm fine.
And then movies,
Stop showing off. It's not fun. You're going to kill yourself.
including Footloose in 1984. School wasn't a priority.
I was a terrible student. I tested very, very poorly.
But her mother taught her never to leave home without a book. To this day, she's a voracious reader. And a publisher noticed.
About 8 months ago, they said, would you consider doing an imprint?
It's called SJP for Hogarth, a division of Crown Publishing.
We can support writers, talk about specific books, but also small booksellers, and also libraries.
And combining her lifelong passions for ballet and fashion, 5 years ago she helped create a fall fashion gala, raising more than $10 million for the New York City Ballet.
So this is Valentino from our first fall fashion gala.
Which is how we got privileged access to its wardrobe department. Carrie Bradshaw would have been in heaven.
I think Carrie Bradshaw would have loved this. She would have loved this. People think, oh, costumes are fun and it's a fantasy and it's sort of frivolous, but it is an integral part of good storytelling.
I don't love you anymore. I want a divorce.
After 13 years, Parker is back on HBO with a very different take on love in a new series called Divorce.
When did it start to go off the tracks, in your mind?
As a suburban working mom whose marriage is foundering.
Well, perhaps when you grew the mustache?
You said that women in their 40s are having affairs.
And 50s.
Or they know someone who is. Is there something going around?
I think what I was saying was that there was a lot happening with a group of women that was very interesting to me, and that I was at an age where I was looking at friends' marriages and relationships, and I was recognizing that there is a story to tell about that commitment that we hadn't seen in a long time. And if it's not themselves, it's their friends or siblings or parents, or it's their secret.
At 51, Sarah Jessica Parker's marriage is going on 20 years. She and actor Matthew Broderick have 3 kids, a boy 13 and 7-year-old twin girls.
What does happily married actually mean?
Oh, the things that annoy me don't matter. And I think that is because we're grown-up people, but I feel like sometimes it's as simple as I still like him so much. Like, he's still the person that I hope I'm making proud. He's still the smartest and the funniest to me.
We couldn't help but wonder about her TV marriage to the character known as Big. Married in the first movie, they're suffering the terrible twos in the second. Which brings us to a final question.
Is there going to be a third Sex and the City movie?
I will say that the idea, it rests in the butler's pantry. It's not on the table, but somebody is holding it fairly nearby.
Well, one can't help but picture a Golden Girls kind of version of Sex and the City, and now you're looking back on your lives. If you're inclined to be looking back on your lives at all, or are you still looking forward?
I would have sort of imagined that those women have only interest in looking ahead. I think so. While being informed by the past. And in a way, maybe that would be the best for all of us. Living people, non-fictional as well.